night off. And this just coming in. Hurricane Milton is again strengthened now to a Category 5 storm with winds at 165 miles per hour, churning in the Gulf of Mexico. And this could be one of the worst hurricanes to hit Florida in a century. Tampa bracing for a direct hit right now. Their mayor putting out the most dire warning, telling all residents to leave now or, quote, you're going to die. Millions of people are now on the move. This is a look at the highway in Sumter County, I-75, packed with cars heading north, bumper to bumper. And tonight, we have live team coverage in Florida. Chris Jose is in Orlando. But let's start with Storm Team 4's Janice Huff, because we just got an update on the track and the speed of Hurricane Milton. Janice.
Adam, and we knew there would be fluctuations in the intensity and the track of this storm. Yes, we are at Category 5 again, just north of the north coast of the Yucatan Peninsula. Top winds at 165 miles per hour, and it's drifting off to the east-northeast, but will eventually turn more to the north towards Florida in the next several hours or so. Now, we're looking at conditions here as the storm makes its progress. Yes, it is expected to weaken slightly, but still as it makes landfall on late Wednesday night, early Thursday morning as a major hurricane, many Category 5 storms still have a history, even though they weaken when they make landfall, will spread out and still produce catastrophic storm surge. The storm is not expected to weaken until it's well out into the Atlantic. It will cross the state of Florida as a hurricane in its entirety. That's why, another reason why it's going to be so dangerous. Of course, the rain profile is still set up the same way, with up to a foot or more of rain over central Florida. And yes, the storm track is slightly south of Tampa now. I'll give you a close-up look of that. We'll have more details coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Okay, first though, Janice, we're going to get right to News 4's Chris Jose live at Orlando International Airport. People there trying to leave and get out of the storm's path. But Chris, time is running out quickly.
Right, Adam. Time is running out, and that's why we're seeing a whole lot of travelers here at the airport this afternoon. Have a look back behind me here. This is a live look at one of the security checkpoints at the airport, where wait times are right around 30 to 40 minutes long. Some families here have cut their vacation short. Others are not taking any chances. We met some residents who are flying out to stay with friends and family in other states. With a day to go, the rush to leave the west coast of Florida and out of Hurricane Milton's path, Orlando International Airport scheduled to cease operations at 8 a.m. Wednesday.
It's a direct hit right on where we are, the Villages. We're right past Tampa, so it's right there.
The airport filled with people trying to get out.
I just came down to Disney World with my family. Yeah, I got in and was trying to get back home before the storm hits.
Travelers arriving in Florida headed home to prepare for the storm, including Gordon Wan, who lives in Valrico, just outside of Tampa.
About 45 minutes away, so we're going to get hit.
Are you guys concerned at all?
No, we're not in the flooding area. In fact, we don't even have flooding insurance.
Gordon rushing back from a work trip overseas to hunker down with his wife. Tampa's airport shut down today, forcing him to fly into Orlando.
We were here for Irma. We did okay during that time frame. We've had the trees trimmed. Everything else has been pretty good for the time frame here, so I think we'll be fine.
Residents are also stocking up on sandbags, groceries, and storm supplies. Long lines are visible at gas stations. I-75 backed up. For the Ugartes, they're at the airport hoping their home can withstand yet another hurricane.
And we have all our plantation shutters closed and
Crossing our fingers.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that family. We should mention that most of the flights here in Orlando are running on time, only a handful of cancellations and delays. Live in Orlando, Chris Jose, News 4 New York.
It's just remarkable to see this, Chris. Orlando, normally a place people from the coast in Florida go to stay safe during a storm. Now they're trying to get out. What about the parks? Disney, Universal Studios, what's happening there?
Right, we're just getting word that both Universal and Disney will be closed tomorrow. Again, Adam, the airport here in Orlando will cease operations at 8 a.m. tomorrow. So a lot of people right now are scrambling to get out. Also worth noting, on our flight from Newark this morning here to Orlando, that flight was only less than half full. It just goes to show you that people are trying to get out of Florida and not come in. Adam?
Yeah, we appreciate you being there to bring us your live reports. Chris, thank you so much.